Hello there. Right, so we're back on Matic, and today, obviously it being a weekend, we have some strange action going on, but positive, maybe on the face of it. Hang on, so a quick cup of tea. Hang on. I just put the baby to bed, so it's my first chance to make a video. So what we've seen then, we've seen our floating downwards, which, like I say, was nothing to worry about. Certainly something to worry about if we break below the 2 cent mark, or the 2.1 cent mark. That's our effective resistance. Now I did put in an exponential resistance line up here, and we're still above that as well. We're above the 200-day moving average, which is also good. So we shot up quite a big, nice green candle, and now we're having a bit of a sell-off. This is exactly what to expect with this coin specifically, because it's notorious for having huge gains now. So it's extremely volatile, and people are making the most of it. And like I said in my previous videos, this is a scalper's paradise. This is a nice range to play within, and that's exactly what people are doing, making 10% profit each time it reaches its sort of lowest points. And like I say, because people are now catching on to this, if we ever see it get to this level or just below, it's going to get bought straight up, ready for a big ride. So I don't really see it getting any lower than 2 cent for that reason. Now eventually it will tail up here, but it's looking like it will be a little slower than I expected. But that's good, because this is, if you watch my previous videos, this is what I want to see happen. I want to see a slow and steady progression up and above this resistance level, and then when we get above this resistance level, we can stay above it as it turns to support. And we've got an exponential support growth here, which will take us up into the 5 cent region, hopefully by sort of the beginning of next month is what I'm kind of hoping for. That would be a really healthy movement. So this is the Matic to Tether. This is the Satoshis, which kind of looks exactly the same really. Our support, basic support, being what I would say about 280 Satoshis. That's where we're going to get bought back up again. And this is our scalping range, right up to 420. At the moment we're just hovering over 300 Satoshis, which is in itself could be roughly a bit of a psychological support level in itself. If it stays above 300 Satoshis for a few days, then I think we can start to see our way back up as well. So that's the Matic to Bitcoin. Now I also follow the other Binance coins that came out, the ICOs, and let's have a look at Fetch. Now I did put in an amount around about here. To be honest, it was about here. Yeah, about 15.5, and the reason I did that is because essentially at this point it had lost half of its value, and it is a relatively good stock, and it came out, let's go to the daily, it came out at a lot higher. In fact, Binance did it no favours by taking it on, because its price just plummeted, just nosedived as a result of coming to Binance. So Binance ICOs aren't, when people say it's a scam, it's not a scam. It's the way that it's set up. It's set up to make money for both parties, and it's a gamble, because what you're doing is you're opening the floodgates to all kinds of traders. And no offence to Binance traders, because I like to trade on Binance too, but there's a lot of people on Binance who basically don't really know what they're doing, and it's essentially like gambling for a lot of people. And this is what I see has happened to this one. It's the opposite of what happened to Matic. Matic started off low, and reasonably low. I mean, it took a bit of a dive, and then at the moment it's twice the price it was when it started. And And now what we're looking at with these other coins, Fet and CALR, they lost up. Whoa. They lost 3/4 of their value when they came to Binance, and now they're picking it back up. So what do we make of this? I mean, I haven't really looked at this exactly as a chart. I just knew that this would be a good opportunity to buy in, because I kind of, imagined, the zeitgeist of traders on Binance will be also doing the same thing, thinking we've gone down this level, we're half the value we were at the top, so I'm expecting a bounce, and I expected a bounce too. So now we've got our bounce, and actually this bounce is quite a healthy looking bounce. You compare that to what we see with Matic. Matic is messy, scatty, it's all over the place, but Fet is very tidy. And just from looking at it now, what I would expect to see is hopefully we can keep this momentum. I mean, this looks like it's slow in comparison to this, but it's not. That is quite a large gain. It's about 10%, almost 20%, I think now. At its excuse me, at its highest point, almost 20% at its highest point gain from its bottom here, which was about, well, what time was that? Early in the morning, very early in the morning. So yeah, that looks small, but it's actually quite significant. That's a lot. So we need another 4 of these to sort of get back to where we were. Is that possible? Well, yeah, we're trading over a weekend, so I expect to see more volatility, which is what we got. Doesn't seem to trend alongside Bitcoin, which is also good. And the chances of this going any lower than we were here, I could say is probably about it's 50-50. We'll have to see where we go in the next few days. I'll keep hold of it. I've put a stop loss in, so for a small profit. So if I lose out, I'll still make a few quid, but it could go either way. But it does look a lot healthier when you compare it to Matic. Matic is a real mess. It really is. It really is a mess. This is not. This is not what I expect to see from a normal looking chart. This is a real mess. But we're early days, and like I say, we'll have to see where we go in a few weeks to the beginning of next month, and hopefully it'll start to pick up some healthy movement at that point, a bit more predictable. Well, I say predictable, I mean this is predictable, but a bit more of a natural trend. But despite the mess, it's still doing what I want it to do. It's still doing what I sort of expected it to do. So hopefully we'll see this tail up here. But yeah, great coin, this one, Fet. Yeah, it does look very nice. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. And by the way, obviously I'm not a financial advisor. Don't take any trades because you think that I've told you to. That's not my game. I'm just telling you what I do, and what I think, and how I've mapped out these charts. Alright, take it easy, thanks, goodbye.